All right. So, just want to say hi to everyone that's watching the replay. And I'm Tanya Gonzalez Ortega, and I'm here with Heather Maccabee. And so we're here, or I'm here to do some family constellation work, actually. And so I'm excited because this is the first time I have actually a live person, which is awesome. Yes, and I love family constellations. It blows me away every time just how easy it is to connect with the field and intuition, and it's just, yeah, it's amazing. And so I do a lot of one-on-one work. And so Heather is going through her own family constellations training right now. And I'm curious, Heather, in your training, do they go into how to do one-on-one sessions, or is it just like
Yes.
they do? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That's all I have done. I haven't done any group personally.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so maybe in the future we'll get enough people on here where we can actually do like a more of like a workshop style, where instead of using stones or figurines as representatives, we can have actually people um, do be the representatives. So I'm just gonna I think we should just dive in, and I'm just gonna facilitate a one-on-one family constellations for you.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, um, and just so the audience knows how this works, is basically you present something that you're wanting to work on. Like maybe you're stuck in some area of your life. It can be relationship, money. It can be maybe some emotional stuff that you're going on. And generally speaking, you don't want to go into the story, but just kind of give a brief synopsis of what you want, what kind of outcome you're looking for, and then from there, I might ask some questions, um, just data, or just facts, and then we'll set up a constellation and dive into it.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so what would you like to work on today?
We could work on, I'm hosting a retreat in January, and I have 2 available spots. They have been available for about 3 months, so I don't know why they're not selling.
Okay, all right. So, and how many have signed up so far?
9.
9. We need 2 more. Okay. So I think what we should do is have a field for you, obviously, a field for you, a field for the retreat, a field for the clients that have already signed up. So let me just get clear, actually. You, the program, this, and then a field for just the remaining. Did you say two spots, right?
Mhm.
Remaining 2 spots. Okay. So just out of curiosity, if you could visualize a clock laying on the floor, where would you see yourself standing on the clock? Like what number and what direction would you be facing?
Well, instantly 3 came up. I don't know why.
Okay. And which way are you facing?
Currently,
Yeah, what would you be
I'm,
facing?
oh, on the clock or
Yeah, on the
right where
clock.
am I
On the
facing?
clock. Yeah, on the clock.
Um, well, I was facing inward, so
Okay,
I
towards
guess
the
that would be,
center.
yeah.
Okay. And then your retreat, where do you visualize that?
I think it's at 12 o'clock.
Mhm. Okay, and then the people that have signed up thus far.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, okay. And then the unknown, the remaining three potential clients.
I think they're at 6.
Okay, so I'm just going to jump in. So I'm going to start by just stepping into your field first. And I like to close my eyes, just helps me to see, get visuals, just focus. I feel a lot of energy in my sacral chakra, like a lot of creative energy immediately. Definitely feeling energized. Really excited about those that have signed up and the retreat itself. Like I can feel that your energy is already engaged with all of that. And so the retreat, when is the retreat happening?
End of January.
End of January. Okay. Yeah. And so I actually I feel like what I want to do is turn and face the people that have signed up in the retreat itself. I feel like I'm really holding the space, holding the energy for it. And so these people that have signed up, they're fully committed. Like there's no like bailout at the last minute or anything like that.
They always could.
Okay.
They've all given a deposit, and then their first payment is due November 1st, second payment due January 1st.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Because what I was initially feeling was just the sense of like, okay, I just have to keep my energy with these people, like, so we can get to January, because it feels like it's kind of far away, and so it's kind of like a lot to just, okay, just gotta, you know, um, energetically stay connected. Um,
I have had some fears of them backing out.
yeah, I can feel that, like just okay, if they can just hang on, that they don't, yeah. So I feel like, well, if I have 9, even though the other two spaces are empty, I just, yeah, there's a little bit of like, okay, if I can just hold it, keep everyone there. Um, Kind of reminds me of like, I live on a dairy, so it's kind of like herding goats. You know, you want to like make sure they don't escape or like, you know, that kind of thing. If they get out, you kind of like, okay, shoo, shoo, no, go back, go back. You know, that's kind of the thing. Like just keeping them all in one group. Yeah, but it feels very expansive. Is this going to be like a family constellations retreat, or is it something else? What kind of retreat is it?
No, we're not going to do constellations. But yes, it's a lot of healing work.
Healing work. Yeah, it just feels, I feel your excitement for sure. Like it just feels like you're bringing everything you've got to the table.
Mhm.
Um, and is it your, have you done retreats before?
Yes, this is my third.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to move over to the people that have signed up thus far. Stepping into their field. Feel like they want to step back just a little bit, only because it's still, the retreat's not until January. So it's almost like I mean, the energy is really strong. So it's almost like, how do I describe it? I feel like just, holding the intention, like these people holding an intention of like, I'm, I'm, I'm going to participate in a healing retreat. Like that in and of itself starts the energy moving within themselves as well. And so it's almost like, because I don't know, it feels just so strong that they're just like, I'm just going to step back just a little bit, like give myself some time. um, I'm committed, but I'll be ready to jump in January. But I feel like a lot of movement inside my head energetically. Something's bouncing around. And I feel um, they're looking more towards you than at the retreat necessarily right now. They know that it's there. I'll come to the retreat itself. Where is the retreat going to be? Oh, yeah, just a minute.
I wanted to move my desk, so to stand up. It's in Mexico.
Okay. Yeah, it was interesting just because, winter, like, yeah, it's like a nice escape from winter for sure. I felt the winter came up
Mhm.
as strongly. I mean, I just have to say my first impression, like when I stand in this field, I feel like, I don't know if it's just not fully settled yet or what. Are all the details ironed out?
You know what you might be feeling? They just had a um, hurricane go by,
Okay.
and some of the palapas need some repair.
Okay. Yeah, it felt like shifty, shaky, like for some reason not settled. Okay.
Yeah, they were hoping they would have all the repairs done by the end of this week.
Okay. Okay. So now coming over to these remaining two spots. I think um, so. I'll just say, like at the beginning, what my first hit was before even stepping into these two spots was um, that your energy is holding the container so strong already that it almost feels like it's set. Like, you know what I mean? That there's no opening. I felt like maybe I feel like the remaining two might just feel in, intimidated or feeling like the group is already cohesive. Um, oops, my screen went blank. Can you see me? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Um, because when I stand in their field, you know, there's such a strong connection between those that have signed up and you already that they're standing there. Um, and they're looking at the retreat, they're seeing, like, oh, yeah, that looks really nice, but I'm going to see if it changes if I have you turn and face them because it's almost like, you know, when two people are having a conversation and let's say a third person wants to like come into the conversation, but they don't really feel like it's the right time because there's this ongoing conversation. So how do you break into that, right? In a way. So and have you turn and face them and just say, I am Heather,
I'm Heather.
and you are my two, how do I call it? You are my two potential um, retreat clients. And I feel a little, first hit is I feel a little nervous. I almost feel like, what can I say or do? Or it's almost like this feeling of, I want to say the right thing. I don't know. So there's just this a little bit of anxiety of messing up or something like that.
Are
I
you
don't know
in
if
my shoes or their shoes?
I'm in your shoes. Um, so I'm in your shoes, you know, connecting with them and calling them my potential retreat clients. And I'll just say, and I invite you to join a healing retreat. So when I said that, my energy just got much calmer and more still. Hmm. I'm not sure what's coming up, but for some reason, I don't know, for some reason I see you turning away. I'm not sure why. Hmm. I'm going to come over to the potential retreat clients. So I'm standing in their field and saying to you, we are your potential retreat clients, and we are connected to you as a possibility. So what I feel that's what's coming up, and you can tell me if this resonates or not. But it feels like to me, I don't know, the 9 clients that did sign up, was that pretty effortless? Yeah.
Yep.
So with these two, it's um, there's something in you that's just like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to have to like, I don't know what it is. It's like they feel like the difficult ones or the ones that are, harder to convince. And um, and I wondered if you turned away because I don't know if it's bringing up stuff of like, gosh, I'm so tired of having to demonstrate that I'm good enough or that that I'm really good at what I do, or, on and on. It's like, um, there's something that I feel like you're turning away from. Does that resonate?
What I felt when you said turning away was more of like a fear of rejection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So that makes sense. So it's like, if I do my little song and dance and they're like, no, it's just like I want to protect myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I see is like the body is like wants to turn and just protect yourself. I don't want to have to open
And the
myself up.
truth is, I don't want to convince anyone to go.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So, what happens if we try to say that to these potential clients? If you said that out loud to them, I wonder how that would shift it. So, I'm standing in your field and have you turn and face them again. And just say, I'm Heather, you are my potential clients, and I am not here to convince anybody to come to this retreat, but I am here to serve, and it is open and available, and there's space here for you. And when I say that, I almost feel like I want to like do this kind of gesture. And here's, my hands out to the right, my hands to the heart, and I'm gesturing to the people that have said yes and to the retreat. And like, here it is, I'm more open. And actually, when I say it that way, like I feel supported. I feel the support from what I've created, the retreat center, the people that have signed up. I don't feel like I'm standing out on a ledge all by myself. Um, so I'm going to come over to these potential clients again. And now I feel, when I stand in this field of the potential clients, I almost feel, yeah, I feel like I just want to like walk the path into your container. So when the gesture is like this, like welcome, here's the door is open, just walk through this way. And there's an opening and an invitation there. Like I feel as the potential clients, it doesn't feel like I'm interrupting a conversation or breaking into something that's already been set. Or so so I'm going to have them move this way a little closer. They're kind of like, what I feel now, what they want to do is just kind of like walk around, like if it was a open house or a room, they kind of want to like, okay, well, let me take a tour around and see what's here, and like who's going and where's the retreat, and meet Heather. And have you done any like Zooms where like the group gets to meet and just connect with one another? Or is it just like they bought the package, they're signed up, and they're just going to show up in Mexico? Is there any kind of warming up to the retreat?
Most of them, okay, so let's see. Two of them, this is their third time coming. Four of them, it's their second time coming.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And then one of them knows all of those people.
Mm-hmm.
And two of them, maybe I have more than nine. Two of them, one's bringing her husband, that's a new thing to help her feel more comfortable.
Mm.
And then one, I would imagine she knows some of the people because she's from this town. But I have a Facebook group, but no, there's not been like an in-person introduction
In
to the
person.
couple that haven't met everyone.
Uh-huh. Or a Zoom even, or anything like.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I guess I could see where like new new retreat goers might feel maybe just a little bit intimidated because there's repeat people. They know you, they know, you know, but I feel like these two potential clients might be could possibly be, friends, like two women that want to go together as friends. Um, mm, put them here. I'm going to stand in the group of the people that have already signed up and just stand in their field and have them look at it and acknowledge the two potential clients. Just see how that feels. So, did the did I? Sorry if I already asked this question. Do they all know one another? These nine? No. Okay. Do some of them, since they've been repeats, some of them do. So there's kind of little few different groups. So I'll just say out loud, we are Heather's clients that are attending the retreat, and you are the potential new clients. And we are connected to you. And actually, when I say that, I feel like they too are very like inviting, like making space for them to come in. So that's good. I don't feel any like resistance there. So stepping into the field of potential clients. And interestingly, energy's really shifted to where these two clients, they really just want to like, um, what's the word? Rest. Like they need deep, deep rest. Um, that's what they're looking for. I don't know if that's what you're providing, but I'm imagine so, it being a retreat, that there's moments for deep rest. But to me, it feels like these two are looking for like, deep rejuvenative work. Like they're exhausted,
Mm-hmm.
completely exhausted. They they need this. They feel like once the ones that you already have are like, come, and they're just like, okay, we can just let go and relax and be held and be nourished. And I do see them, yeah, being welcomed in. Like the group that's already there, like, it almost, I could see where it just almost feels like a family, just um, connection, that connection, authentic connection amongst everybody. I'm gonna come back to you now. I'm facing, it's here. There's such a like deep fulfillment seeing these two potential clients, like seeing your retreat being full. It just feels like, mm, it just feels so deeply satisfying. Um, okay. So now I want to come back to the retreat center and actually have you interact with the retreat itself. Just say, I'm Heather, you are retreat, I am connected to you. These are my clients. And I just see you creating a sacred space there. Um, really just like walking the perimeter or walking the space of where the actual work is going to be done, and just creating and clearing the energy to create sacred space. Can I ask what kind of healing work it is?
I do repatterning work. So my trainings are resonance repatterning,
Mm-hmm.
Maggie Block method, which is family systems, constellations. We're not going to do any constellations there, but EFT tapping, hypnosis, there's
Mm-hmm.
Reiki, there's
Awesome.
a whole lot of things.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, I see that um, yeah, just really creating that, defining the energetics of the space itself is important. You already
Mhm.
know that, I'm sure. But that's what I see you doing there. And now the space, yeah, the space feels clear. So I'm going to stand in your field and face the potential clients. And this is kind of an experiment because I'm curious if you were to ask them the question point blank, like, what can I do or, and you can help me out here if you can think of a good question, but something like, what do you need to feel uh, a full body yes to this retreat? Does that sound like a good question?
Mhm.
So turning to them and just ask them, I'm Heather, you are my potential clients, and I would love for you to come. And I just want to ask you, is there anything that you need to feel safe and secure in saying yes to this retreat? And so when you say that, that's not trying to convince, that's just truly coming from the heart of service. I feel like that feels really good. You're like, that's just who you are. And so stepping into their field, Interesting. I have a little twitch in my left shoulder for some reason. And to me, they feel shy to ask, but it almost feels like they feel nervous. I mean, they want to say yes, but they also um, I feel like for them, they would like to connect somehow. Um, um, I almost feel like they would like to have some kind of like Zoom meet and greet or something. I don't know. I mean, you can play with that idea. I don't know when your cutoff date is, but if there was a way to just, I don't know what you would call it, but something to where um, that they're invited to come and uh, connect with you, and maybe some members from the group that are already going to talk about it. Like, I don't know if these other women are they all women except for the one husband?
No, there's 3 men.
Okay, so there's men and women. So I wonder, have you, what do you do for marketing for this retreat? Or what have you
For
done?
this one, I have done social media
Mm-hmm,
and I've gone to some networking events and I have little flyers,
mm-hmm,
or I guess they're flyers, in person chatting. That's
mm-hmm,
been it.
mm-hmm. And have you done like recorded videos of interviews of past attendees and to get testimonials
Not recorded interviews. I do have some testimonials that I've shared, yes.
and testimonials? Um, you could try that to see if that would help, but I wonder. Hmm, that's just kind of what I keep seeing. It's like they want to connect with the other people that are already going, or somehow meet them or meet the group. You know, and I know that's kind of like, I don't know what the word is, but it's that could be a really great thing, or it could be something that deters, right? Like, because if you have a
Well, I'd
personality
rather
in,
they're before than
what's that?
after. I would rather they're deterred before than come and spend
Right.
something. Spend a
Right. So I wonder if like having kind of like a invite through social media or your email list or whatever, and say, hey, I'm going to host a free whatever, I don't know what you want to call it, open house, or come up with something to where the retreat attendees are invited to come and participate, and open it up for Q&A, talking about the retreat, like what's going to be, what's going to happen, what's to be expected. um, do you get my vibe, what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah, yeah.
um, Yeah. So I don't know if you have any like warm leads or something that you could reach out to that you think would be interested in checking something like that out. Um, but I really like for these two potential clients, it's really about like the deep rest and being able to just trust and let go. And
Okay.
so if they, you know, somehow met some of these people ahead of time, like that would be either a full yes or a no. Like I think the that connection. Um, does that make sense?
It does, and it sounds doable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How does this all resonate so far?
Good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Um, just see if there's anything else. So, yeah, so the line of energy that I'm seeing, like before, there was like no entryway, it was just you and this group. Now I see this line of energy of these potential clients to you, and then from there to the group that's already registered and ready to go. So if you can think of it like that, obviously there's people that you work with that know, love, and trust you. And so taking that extra step to kind of nurture them towards the retreat and like, hey, let me invite you. Like, I don't know, you could call it a coffee chat or make it really light and easy. Like, no, this because you're not trying to convince. It's just
Right.
more of like, this is what I have to share, and I'm super excited because it's going to be amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
Yep.
it felt really good from the beginning. Like I just felt like your sexual creative energy center was just like this fully online, lit up and ready to go. Um, and I think too, what would help with the like even just a monthly gathering of the people that are already going and you can kind of invite people to come and join, you know, up until the cutoff date or whatever. Um, I think that can really um, what's the word? Just bring cohesion to the group when the time actually comes. I did I did a nature immersion that I participated in last summer, and the woman that and the gentleman that led it, they actually started in like January, where once a month the people that signed up to participate came together and they just, you know, for an hour or whatever it was, um, just created this intimate space to share like what's up for them, what's moving through them, you know, what's their intention behind the retreat, you know, just that like just to kind of stay tethered and to create that beautiful like getting to know one another so that when the retreat comes you're not just like complete strangers facing each other because you're doing deep and powerful work, right? Like it's hard to just be like, okay, now I'm going to be naked. Like I don't even know
Right.
who you are. So maybe that's something you could consider just like, and we're just going to meet once a month. Um, and I don't know if it's possible in person or in Zoom, either way. Um, and just create that space, that invitation, like this is the circle. We're just gonna share and connect as we lead up to the retreat. Um, and so in that sense, when the retreat finally happened, the nature immersion happened, it was like we already really knew each other and were in resonance with each other to do the deep, powerful work and to be vulnerable and to be open and to feel held and be in sacred space and all of that. And I think
Hmm.
um, that would be helpful.
Okay.
Something to think about. Anyway, ideas.
Yes, I like your ideas.
All right, cool. Awesome. Well, I feel like, unless you have any other questions,
Nope.
we're complete.
Okay.
Awesome. Great.
Thank you.
You're so welcome, Heather. I'm excited to hear how it goes. Let me know, okay? I'd
I
be
will let you know.
really thrilled if it like came together. It'd be
Yes,
amazing.
I would love that.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.